Hello everyone, and welcome to our Yoga for Better Balance practice. I hear a lot of people talk about their concern about their balance, and so we're going to use some yoga to help combat some of that and help work against that so we can strengthen our bodies, stabilize our bodies so that we can have better balance and improve our quality of life. You will need just a chair. That's all we need today. So if you want to grab a chair and then come on back and we will get started. Okay, we're sitting in our chairs. We're going to relax for a few moments. Use this first little bit to transition into our practice together. You're welcome to close your eyes. I like to close my eyes a lot. Helps me just to focus and turn the focus to my internal self. Beginning to listen to the breath. Noticing where I'm feeling any tension or stiffness or soreness. Maybe finding some gentle movement in those areas. Maybe just listening to your breath, noticing the inhale and exhale, noticing the rise and the fall of your body as you breathe. Some days you need to get the wiggles out. So if you need to take a moment and just kind of shake everything out, feel free to do that as well. One more inhale. As we exhale, let's draw up nice and tall so we're sitting tall, lifting the crown of your head to the ceiling. We're going to start with just a little bit of easy movement in the neck. So part of having better balance is improving our posture, and I'm not going to hit too much on that in this video. Go ahead and draw some circles with your nose. If you are interested in that, check out the Yoga for the Dowager's Hump. There are two of those. They're really good. A good start. Go ahead and reverse to helping us work on that slouch that a lot of us have in our upper body, myself included. Good. Okay. We're gonna hit it. We're gonna go right in with the dead bug. This really is a yoga pose. I have to tell people that all the time because it sounds ridiculous. All right, I'm gonna turn sideways or at a diagonal so you can see what I'm doing a little bit better. We're gonna bring our arms in front of us. Sit forward in your chair so you have room to lean back slightly. So we're bringing our arms in front of us. Now we're gonna brace in through the core, which means we're pulling the front body into the back body. Pulling the sides in, we're giving our spine a big hug, and then we're going to start marching our knees. Okay, this is to help us build some stability in our core, which is critical for balance. Good. And then we're going to add opposite arm, two leg. If your opposites are working. Sometimes they're broken, sometimes they don't work. That's okay too. Good. Now we're going to add an extension. So we're going to lift a knee. As we extend that leg out, we're going to extend the opposite arm. This is where you may want to lean back slightly. Really pull the belly button in if you do so to protect the lower back. Here we go. I know it's hard, and this is hard enough just in the muscle work that we're doing, but then the brain work of trying to get this all coordinated, I know it's tricky. Let's do one more on each side. Good, and release. Excellent. Let's go ahead and stand up. We're going to move right into a flow. The thing I love about using a flow is that it's really good for our balance because we're changing position a little more quickly. So this is going to be good for our balance. So here we go. We're going to inhale up. The first time through, we're going to take our time. Just getting a feel for each of our positions. We're going to take our hands to our chairs and then step our feet back. Now if you're just starting to move today, you might feel pretty stiff here, so don't force it. Just take your time getting into this. Good. Take a big inhale, big exhale. One more. Good. Now let's step our right foot forward and turn your left foot out to the side. Then we're going to swing or windmill the left arm up and around. As we do so, if you feel comfortable enough, take your right hand off of the chair, point it out in front of you so the foot and the hand are pointing in the same direction. Now we're going to reverse back out of this into our downward dog. And we're going to step forward, inhale, arms up, exhale, hands to heart. Beautiful. Let's do that on the other side. Inhale up, exhale, step the feet back into a downward dog. Every time we come here, we're lifting our hips up and back for the stretch. Now we'll step our left foot forward, right foot turns out to the side. And then we windmill our right arm up and around. Beautiful. Looking out over the left hand. And then we reverse that back into our downward dog, lifting our hips up and back. And then we step it forward. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. Beautiful. Now we're going to move through this every time we breathe. Either an inhale or an exhale, we move. So we exhale, step our feet back. Inhale, step the right foot forward, left foot turns out. Exhale, left arm up and around. Inhale, back to your downward dog. Exhale, take the hips up and back for the big stretch. Inhale, step the feet in. Arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart. Here we go again. Inhale up. Exhale, step it back. Inhale, left foot forward, right foot turns out. Exhale, right arm up and around. Inhale, back to downward dog. Exhale, enjoy this stretch. Hips come up and back. Inhale, step your feet forward, arms come up. Exhale, hands to heart. Good. One more time on each side. Inhale up. Exhale, step it back. Inhale, right foot forward, left foot turns out. Exhale, left arm up and around. Inhale, reverse back out of it. Step your feet back. Enjoy this big stretch on the exhale. Inhale, feet step forward, arms come up. And exhale, hands to heart. Good. Last time. Inhale up, exhale back. Inhale, left foot forward, right foot turns out. Exhale, right arm up and around. Inhale, back to our downward dog. Exhale. Good. Now from here, we're going to step our right foot forward into a crescent lunge. This is one of my favorite poses for balance. Okay, then we're going to bring our upper body up. Now with this one, our back heel is up a little bit and both knees are bent. To make this more intense, you take your feet wider apart. Okay, all 10 toes are facing front. Good. Now this is the one where we want to tuck our pelvis under. So you can imagine that laser beam coming out of your belly button and then pointing it directly in front of you. Good. Now your hands can stay on the chair. They can come to the heart or they can come up overhead. And we're going to hold. If you're feeling wobbly, push your feet into the ground. That helps to stabilize. Good. Now push both feet into the ground to straighten your knees. Arms lower. Good. Keep pushing into the ground, even as the knees are straight. Keep pushing to help build strength in the legs, and then we'll lower, bending both knees. And inhale, push the feet into the ground to straighten. Exhale, lower. Good. One more time. And lower. Okay, here we go. We're going to nudge ourselves. You can put your hands on the chair. Nudge yourself up with your back foot. So nudge, nudge, nudge. We're going to come up onto the front foot. I'm going to scoot back just a little bit so you can see what I'm doing here. And we're on the front foot, and then we lift our back foot up and we hinge forward into a warrior three. Okay, we're playing around here. Think about this as playtime. We're just kind of seeing what our bodies are going to do today. Sometimes they cooperate, sometimes they don't. Okay, right now we have our hands on our chair. You can play around with lifting one hand off of the chair, maybe two, bringing your hands back, maybe out to the sides like an airplane, or maybe overhead. Keep breathing. And release. Shake that leg out of it. Good work. All right, we get to do that on the other side. I'm just going to turn my chair around. You don't have to. I'm going to turn it around just to make it a little bit easier to see what I'm doing here. Let's start with an inhale, arms overhead. And we're going to exhale, stepping it back into our downward dog. This is just a transition. Enjoy this big stretch here. Now let's take our left foot forward this time. Right foot is back. We're going to bring our upper body up, and all 10 toes are pointed to the front. We've got both knees bent. Back heel is up. We're tucking our hips under slightly. Good. And then when you're ready, we'll add an arm. Again, if you're feeling wobbly, push your feet into the ground to help stabilize you. All right, let's push both feet into the ground to straighten our knees. Continue pushing into the ground even as the knees become straight, and then we'll lower. Inhale, push into the ground to straighten. Exhale, lower. Last time. And lower. Excellent. Here we go. We're going to nudge ourselves forward. Nudge, nudge, nudge. We're on the front leg, and then we begin to hinge forward. Okay, here we go. We're just playing around. Just playing around. Maybe taking one hand off. Maybe taking your hands in different positions, or your arms in different positions, maybe overhead. And release. Whew. Excellent work. Let's do a balance pose, if we weren't balancing already. Okay, we're going to come into a tree pose. Have your chair just nearby so that you can grab onto it or steady yourself if you need to. We're lifting one heel, and then we're going to turn that same knee out to the side. From here, you can leave your toes on the ground, or maybe you want to play around with lifting your foot off of the ground, anywhere but the knee. We're just not going to have the foot on the knee. Okay, so the foot and the leg are going to press against each other, creating this tension, helping to build some stability. Now let's take our hands at our heart. Good. You might want to play around with your arms, with taking them overhead. I'm going to keep mine at my heart today. And then we're finding a spot for our eyes that's not moving. So something that's out and then down a couple inches. And we'll hold here. See, I even fall out of it. I fell out of my tree today. Good, let's go ahead and switch. It happens to everyone. And if you tip a little bit, just come back to it. That's perfectly fine. I can't tell you how many yoga poses I've tumbled out of or never gotten hurt, but just kind of easily just kind of catch yourself out of it. So perfectly fine. All right, lift your heel and we're going to turn the knee out, and then we're going to find a home for that foot, either leaving the toes on the ground, maybe pressing it up against the leg, creating some tension, some stability there, and then we'll bring our hands to our hearts. Release. Excellent. Let's have a seat in our chairs. We are almost done. We're going to do one stretch and then we're going to take a rest at the end. So you might have felt when we were doing those poses, you might have felt it through your backside. We're going to do a little stretch here. Cross your ankle over your ankle or over your knee, flexing this top foot, and then we're going to lift our hearts nice and high to the ceiling and hinge forward. Big inhale, big exhale. Again, big inhale, big exhale. Allowing the body to release and go deeper into the stretch with each exhale. Come on up, point your knee to the ceiling, wrap your opposite arm around, and then we're going to give that knee a hug in toward the opposite shoulder as we twist. If you're across at your ankles, take your hand to the outside of the leg for the twist. Untwist and go to the other side, crossing at the ankle or the knee, flexing the foot, sitting tall, and then reaching the heart forward. And now we turn our attention to our breath, really taking a nice slow inhale and exhaling completely through the nose all the way out. We're going to come on up, point your knee to the ceiling, wrap your opposite arm around, give that knee a hug as you twist, or take your hand to the outside of the leg. Good, and then release. Excellent. Let's curl up into a ball. We're going to wrap your arms around your heart, cross your chest, bring your chin to your chest, squeeze every muscle in your body that you can find, clench your jaw, squeeze your eyes closed, make fists or curl your fingers, tighten your glutes, tighten your abs. Inhale, and then as you exhale, you're going to melt back into your chair. Feel the chair connecting with your back. Feel your feet on the floor. Feel the support of the chair underneath you. These next few moments are yours. Slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. We'll add some neck movement to that. Maybe the shoulders and the wrists join in. We'll slowly blink our eyes open, and we're going to inhale, bring our arms overhead. Exhale, let's shake the arms out as they come down. One more time, inhale up. And exhale, hands to heart. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for taking the time, investing in yourself, investing in your balance. I so appreciate it. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.